Hello. My heart. What a wholesome boy. Hey guys, welcome back. We are gonna go ahead and do the third book, which is The Prisoner of Azkaban, through a Slytherin perspective. My name is Alyssa, in case you're new here. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to see the future videos, the more of the videos, the other videos that are like this, of Harry Potter books being translated through a Slytherin's perspective. Let's go ahead and get started. I didn't say this in previous videos, but I did kind of mention it's kind of a rant. Let's go ahead and start translating. First of all, can I just say this is probably my favorite book. I'll probably say that very often, but cause Sirius Black, guys, I love him. He's not my favorite. Hagrid is my favorite character for obvious reasons, because it's Hagrid. Like, he's just such a great person in general, you know? We start off with, you know, Harry at the Dursleys. He takes the night bus, which is where he first sees Sirius, and we realize that later because, you know, all that. Anyway, so Sirius is Harry Potter's godfather, which means that he is James's best friend whenever they were in school together, like in Hogwarts together. But he got accused for something that he did not do, which is murder. Yay! Super fun times. A lot of this book is like prefacing that, you know, like, hey Harry, like, I have something that's kind of important to tell you and everything. And then Harry's like, I know. Somebody's after me. And everyone's like, yeah, okay, sure. So, that's what a lot of this is. This color, this lighting is like it's colorful, Max, and then it's not. We are moving on, but yeah, a lot of the thing is just everyone's prefacing, hey, you know, Sirius is, you know, someone important to you, and he's like, I know, he's after me. I'm Harry Potter, what can I do? And everyone's like, okay. Oh, the firebolts. Okay, this is, honestly, I feel like this is going to be a much more, like, calm, guys! Thank you. So, this is going to be a much more, like, calmed down, because I really enjoyed this one, and I don't think there was too much ranting to do. Let's see, the firebolt. Oh, the Patronus. Okay, so, Lupin was teaching Harry how to go ahead and cast his Patronus. Draco, again, being an idiot child. Alright, I'm just gonna tweet every time I talk. So Draco, being the idiot child that he is, was like, you know, I'm gonna try to scare Potter during a Quidditch game, which honestly, like, the toll that did on Slytherin as a household name, not cool. No one appreciated that one. I don't even know how he got another person to join in. Honestly, he was probably just like, hey, like, I have this plan to scare Potter and everything. Are you in? And the guy was probably like, yeah, let's do it, I'm in, just to be an ass. And then it backfired majorly whenever they were doing the Quidditch game, and then Harry cast a little Patronus kind of thing, probably like a little silver sliver or something, you know? But it doesn't really say, it just says, you know, Harry was on the broom, and he was like, Expecto Patronum, and then, you know, he caught the snitch right after that, you know? Which, honestly, I would probably use that memory as my thing for, like, my Patronus, because, like, that's an awesome freaking memory. I thought the Patronus was really cool, but I feel like because the school was protected by Dementors, which was, one, stupid, two, every student, not just Harry because he's Harry, but every student in Hogwarts should have learned how to cast their Patronus. And no one did, except for Harry in this book. So I think that was a little bit of unfairness. But then again, he was the only one who asked that we see. I'm sure other students probably asked, and they were like, how do we, you know, like, protect ourselves against all these Dementors? And then, you know, everyone, teachers were probably just like, just don't worry about it. It's fine. And you're like, I can't help to be a little bit worried, you know? I mean, I would be if I was a student. I would probably be at Lupin's office every day and be like, hey, Lupin, how's it going? Can you teach me how to cast Patronus? No, but you can teach Harry? Okay, whatever. I guess you're close friends with his father, and, like, that's a factor, but whatever. Oh, Gryffindor versus Ravenclaw. Gryffindor versus Ravenclaw was the Quidditch game that I was just telling y'all about, where Draco made an ass of himself and some other people in Slytherin. and we all hate him for it, but you know, like, it's in the past, it's whatever. I would say somebody should shave off his eyebrows in his sleep, but then again, he's blonde, so there's probably not many eyebrows. There's probably not much eyebrow to shave off. So, let's see. Snape's grudge. Honestly, they make Snape out to be such a bad guy in most of these, and they're like, wait a second. Like, in the first book, like, Snape wasn't trying to harm me, he was doing a counter curse, and then, you know, it was like, Snape should get a little bit more credit on that. And then, just, like, there's so much. Snape, honestly, isn't that bad of a person to be getting all the flack that he's been getting. He's just kind of a creepy of a person. I don't remember how freaking far it was. Anyway, so point is, they were under the Whomping Willow and everything. They were in the Shrieking Shack, just like y'all shrieking birds. So, they're in Lupin's old home for Hogwarts for whenever he would turn into a werewolf. I think it's actually really cool, though, that Dumbledore was like, even though you're a werewolf, we're gonna go ahead and admit you anyway, because, you know, you're magic and you deserve to learn. Yeah, they're in Lupin's old home and everything, and then Snape uses Harry's dad's cape to go ahead and get in completely undetected by humans, but not by the Whomping Willow. He had to press the little knot on the tree. He had to be like, boop, get in, get out. Thank you. And so I thought that was maybe a little bit creepy, but also really kind of smart of Snape to go ahead and do that, because like he had known since he was a student himself that the tree. Yeah, Snape was a little bit creepy whenever he like completely like took off the robe and he was like, I knew it, or something like that. You know, I forget what the exact line is. I think Snape could have probably been a little less creepy. That would have been great. The Quidditch final, I felt bad that Hagrid had to, I felt really bad about the whole Buckbeak thing, because like, Hagrid didn't deserve that, guys. Malfoy. If anyone should get kicked out of Hogwarts, it's Malfoy. You know, like his parents are magic and pureblood enough. Why don't they just teach him? Oh yeah, because they don't like him. They don't have the time. Same. Anyway, so yeah, because of that whole Buckbeak incident with Malfoy, and you know, the whole like scratch on the arm, and then being like, my arm is like immobilized, and I'm so traumatized. Honestly, like, everyone else seems to be doing totally fine with it, and Hagrid didn't deserve that. I think his lessons for the rest of the year could have been so great and so entertaining and just fun. Anyway, so, Professor Tonley's prediction, she needs to stop focusing on Harry during these lessons. Honestly, it's irritating. Professor Tonley, we all know Harry's gonna die eventually. He's the chosen one. He's chosen for something. Probably death. We're all chosen for death, though, so I mean, no shock there. But, like, she could have really focused on someone else. Like, the other two students, they were kind of kiss-ups. That's what I'm gonna say about that. I mean, like she said, some are gifted and some are not. I'm guessing those were more gifted ones, or ones that pretended to be more gifted. Whatever. So, yeah, Professor Tonley makes a prediction, and, like, gets, like, possessed or whatever. So, that happened. Cat, rat, and dog. Peter Pettigrew is a piece of shit. And then he proves it in this chapter. And then, oh, the Dementor's kiss. Okay. All I'm saying is, Slytherin was not very proactive in this book at all. I would have liked to seen a lot more of that. But from a Slytherin's perspective, like, a lot of this stuff was going down. It wasn't Harry's fault. It wasn't Gryffindor's fault. And it wasn't Hogwarts' fault. It was the misconception that the ministry had of the false accusation of Sirius Black. You know, had there been the whole entire trial instead of, you know, just like hearsay kind of things and just making a judgment super fast on that, I think a lot of it could have been avoided. But, guys, so I think a lot of this book, a lot of things like focusing on Harry could have been avoided. We could focus a little bit more on Slytherin with, you know, like different classes, or, you know, more characters, more Slytherin characters being introduced. That would have been great. I understand the series is Harry Potter and the whatever. Goblet of Fire is what I'm reading right now. The Prisoner of Azkaban, The Sorcerer's Stone, The Chamber of Secrets, The Half-Blood Prince, etc. Order of the Phoenix. And every time I think of Order of the Phoenix, though, I'm not gonna lie, I think of Fall Out Boy. Let's see, Cat, Rat, Dog, Moony, Wormtail. Okay, but also, again, with Harry should have been in Slytherin, is a lot of this, because he's, you know, sitting there nosing his things and nosing his way into things that he shouldn't be nosing his way into. He's, like, trying to figure out different, like, mysteries or whatever, that is probably just, like, best left alone. Let's see. The Servants of Lord Voldemort. I don't know what house Peter Pettigrew was, but I feel like if it was Slytherin, it would have been mentioned. But, like, I feel like if someone turns into a rat, is that someone that you want to trust? And then you nicknamed him Wormtail? Like, y'all are just awful for that. Y'all are just awful for that one in general, okay? I am pretty excited to see where this all goes, and Peter Pettigrew dying. I love a good death. Okay, then the Dementor's Kiss, where they almost end up sucking the life out of Harry and Sirius. So that would not have been good, obviously. Harry was able to use Hermione's thing to go back in time and save himself and Sirius, which I actually thought was really cool. Once again, there's no Slytherin part in it. There's no Slytherin part in, like, a lot of this book, unless it's like, we're just gonna insert this because Malfoy is being, and also we're gonna try to make Slytherin look a little bit worse. You're welcome, you proceeded in doing that, and now everybody hates Slytherin. So Hermione, being, you know, like the freaking child genius or whatever that she is, gets her time turner to take more classes, which is a very Ravenclaw thing, and I still stand by that Hermione should have been in Ravenclaw, because that girl and her grades and the intellect and the wisdom, so much. Just so much, guys. Anyway, Hermione goes back in time, finds a way to go ahead and save Buckbeak, make Hagrid happy, and to go ahead and save Sirius Black, who later goes on in hiding, and I definitely appreciate that they saved him. That relationship, like, I'm just glad that Harry has a parent sort of figure in his life, even if he is a convicted felon. You know, he didn't actually do the crime, but, you know, now he has that reputation for life, which really blows. Anyway, that's pretty much this book. Sorry it wasn't as entertaining as before, as the other previous ones. There was really no huge parts that Slytherin had. Yeah, hopefully this next book, The Goblet of Fire, is going to be more entertaining. It's a lot thicker. Hopefully The Goblet of Fire will be more entertaining for y'all. Sorry, I thought this one would be a little entertaining, but apparently not. Apparently it's just a regular old, you know, it's just Gryffindor, and it's just how it should stay. And I'm a little upset that I even said that myself, but it's okay, it's whatever. I'm just gonna forgive myself for that. No, I'm not. So, I'll see y'all next week with the Goblet of Fire through a Slytherin perspective, which, you know, is definitely gonna be more entertaining because the Triwizard Tournament, because everything. I'll see y'all next week with that. Until then, leave me any, like, perspectives that y'all have on this. What house are you, actually? I don't know why I haven't asked that. I don't know why I didn't ask that sooner, but comment below, like, what house you are if you know. If you don't know, read all the books first, then take the test, and then find out what house you are, and then comment that on, like, any other videos, because I love to see what houses people are in, because it's just, I feel like it's just very entertaining. So yeah, I'll go ahead and see y'all next week, guys. Bye!